An embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. Last night was further proof as to why people don't watch pretend basketball. Last night was further proof as to why people do not respect the WNBA.
You know that moment when your own teammate literally can't stand watching you play anymore? Yeah, that exact moment just played out for Angel Reese during the Sky's brutal loss to the Liberty. While Reese kept missing layup after layup, the cameras caught something even more telling. Kamilla Cardoso physically pulling away from the group every single time Reese touched the ball. The body language was harsh, undeniable, and completely on tape. So now the big question is, are we watching the beginning of the end for Reese in Chicago? Let us know down in the comments if you think the Sky should trade Reese away. Let's go.
The Chicago Sky are already imploding from within. Fans are turning on the team. Kamilla Cardoso, oh no. Free Kamilla Cardoso. She is fed up with the Chicago Sky experiment. Tyler Marsh, once again, salute to you. You are doing the rest of the league a favor.
The Chicago Sky have officially made WNBA history, and trust me, this isn't the kind of record any team wants attached to their name. Through their first 2 games of the season, they've posted a shocking negative 60-point differential. And let's be real, that already sounds bad, but in WNBA terms, it's absolutely disastrous. No team in league history has ever opened a season this poorly. We're talking about a team that went from playoff expectations to complete collapse in just 48 minutes of basketball.
Angel Reese had her worst professional basketball game, and I'm not even stretching that out. That's not me trying to be overly elaborate, trying to really make it sound awful. No, she was bad. 0 of 8 from the field, 12 rebounds, of which I believe 8 were offensive. It was a terrible, terrible showing.
So, what does a minus 60 differential really mean? It means you're getting blown out by an average of 30 points every single game. In a league where most games come down to single digits, the Sky are losing by margins so wide it makes you question whether they even belong on the same court as their opponents. Even the worst starts in WNBA history don't compare to this. The previous 2-game low sat around minus 40, which makes Chicago's performance a full 20 points worse than anything we've ever seen before.
Chicago Sky fans are officially going to war. They can't stand Tyler Marsh. Let's start here. Worst plus minus in all of the WNBA is, in fact, you guessed it, Angel Reese. 9 out of the 14, bottom 14 are Chicago players. How is Angel running point guard going? 5 turnovers, 0 assists. I don't see Tyler Marsh winning the Coach of the Year.
The Liberty game shows you everything you need to understand about how far this team has fallen. New York walked right into Chicago's home arena and completely demolished them 99-74. But what makes it even worse is how it happened. The Liberty didn't just win. They set a WNBA regular season record by knocking down 19 three-pointers. They were lights out from beyond the arc, while the Sky couldn't hit anything at all. Chicago shot just 36.2% from the field, standing there as New York rained shots on them all night long.
I thought Angel Reese was dedicating this season to winning. I thought she was focused on carrying the Chicago bravado to the promised land of golden toilets and bathrooms with running water. Hey y'all, it's me, Angel Reese. I'm dedicating this season to victory. I'm struggling to understand the end destination of this journey. I'm struggling to understand the winning that Angel Reese is talking about. Because 2 games into the season, the Chicago Bravado are losing by an average of 30 points. They're getting their ass kicked.
This was never supposed to happen. The Sky came into the season with real playoff expectations after trading for Ariel Atkins in the offseason. The idea was simple: combine Atkins' shooting ability with Angel Reese's rebounding and build a team that could compete for a postseason spot. Instead, they've created a situation where fans are already demanding changes just 2 games into the season. The gap between those preseason hopes and this harsh reality couldn't possibly be any wider.
The Sky's minus 60-point diff is the worst through a team's first 2 games in WNBA history. It's real bad. Of course, last night we saw this, of course, is the stat patter extraordinaire. Of course, this was Angel Reese. She got blocked, I don't know how many times, by Jonquel Jones, who just wore her ass out. By the way, all them blocked when she got the ball back, that's an offensive rebound. Certainly maybe the most embarrassing WNBA clip of all time. It's up there, unfortunately, for Angel Reese. There's many of those over time.
The numbers don't lie, and they're painting the picture of a team that's broken on every level. When you're shooting this poorly, while also giving up record-setting performances, it's not just a rough stretch. It's a complete system failure. The offensive issues are obvious, but the defensive breakdowns are just as concerning. Teams that collapse this badly this early usually start to feel internal tension building, and that's exactly what happened in the Liberty game. Watching teammates miss shot after shot while opponents celebrate creates frustration fast. The cameras captured all of it, and what they revealed about this team's chemistry might genuinely shock you. We'll get into Cardoso's reaction shortly, but first, just how bad has Angel Reese really been?
Angel Reese last night against the New York Liberty, one of the worst games she's played as a professional, takes that out on the referee.
Angel Reese went completely scoreless from the field against the Liberty, missing all 8 of her shots. But that stat alone only scratches the surface of her struggles. When you look at her performance across the first 2 games, it gets even worse. She's shooting just 5 of 22 from the field overall, which is a percentage that would make even high school coaches uncomfortable. And these aren't tough shots either. We're talking about missed opportunities that should be automatic for a professional player.
Are you starting to understand why I make fun of this league? Are you starting to understand why the WNBA struggles to draw an audience based on the product on the court? There are missed shots, bad plays, but in the NBA, missed layups are the exception, not the norm. Last night, Angel Reese played 27 minutes. Angel Reese had 12 rebounds, with 8 coming on the offensive end. 8 offensive rebounds. Angel Reese went 0 for 8 from the field and scored 2 points. 2 points in 27 minutes.
This is where things get even uglier for Reese. Her biggest issue has been finishing at the rim, where she's converted just 4 of 17 attempts within 5 feet of the basket. That's a 23.5% shooting percentage on layups and close-range shots. Think about that. She's missing 3 out of every 4 attempts when she's practically standing under the basket. Against the Liberty, fans watched in disbelief as she missed multiple easy layups, leaving even her own teammates shaking their heads on the sidelines.
This is all part of the myth that I'm supposed to believe that Angel Reese is some great player, that she's the rival of Caitlin Clark, and that Indiana Fever fans taunted her with racial taunts, and people are actually believing it, buying it, and selling it. It's all a myth and a lie, and you have to be a part of some religious cult to actually believe that Angel Reese is some sort of effective, big-time basketball superstar.
The turnover problem only makes things worse. Reese is currently leading the entire WNBA with 10 turnovers through just 2 games. Every time she touches the ball, there's a real chance it's going straight to the other team. These aren't minor mistakes either. These are careless passes and lost dribbles that turn into easy scoring opportunities for opponents. Her teammates are watching possessions disappear because their supposed star player can't control the ball. When you compare Reese's efficiency to other forwards, the gap is massive. Most WNBA forwards shoot around 45%, while Reese is sitting at just 22.7%. That's not just concerning. It's historically bad for a player in her role.
The bench. Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, "Give me that." How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Then came the viral moment that had everyone talking. The clip showed Reese missing multiple layups in a row, even after grabbing her own offensive rebounds. Fans on social media couldn't believe what they were seeing. One fan even said, "Is this real or looped somehow?" which perfectly captured how ridiculous the sequence looked. The moment immediately sparked criticism, with some accusing her of stat padding and questioning whether she was more focused on collecting rebounds than actually finishing shots.
Angel Reese can rebound and has an attitude and has trolled Caitlin Clark into some sort of relevance. And there's this racial protection of Angel Reese. Somehow she's important, and somehow anything that bad happens to her, because I'm sure what we're going to hear is like, well, she's struggling offensively because of all the stress she's dealing with. She's created this stress by trolling Caitlin Clark and by trying to pick fights with Caitlin Clark and by jumping up and getting in Caitlin Clark's face, and is going to end in embarrassing fashion.
These offensive struggles aren't happening in isolation. They're affecting the entire team. When your star player goes 0 for 8 at home while missing easy layups, team chemistry starts to crack. You can see the frustration building on the bench as scoring chances disappear. When players begin losing confidence in a teammate's ability to finish simple plays, the entire offense starts to break down. And that's exactly what the cameras capture happening with Kamilla Cardoso during the Liberty game.
The person who should be throwing temper tantrums on the Chicago Sky, that person should be this woman right here. That person should be Kamilla Cardoso. Look at the frustration oozing out of Kamilla Cardoso. She gets a switch, Natasha Cloud, she's posting her up. We can't get an entry pass to Kamilla Cardoso.
The cameras caught everything during that Liberty disaster, and what they showed about Kamilla Cardoso's frustration raises serious questions about the team's chemistry. Every time Angel retouched the ball and missed again, Cardoso physically moved away from the group on the bench. This wasn't subtle body language. It was clear, visible distancing as she watched the offensive struggles unfold in real time.
If I'm Kamilla Cardoso, I am upset with how this offense is looking. If I'm Kamilla Cardoso, I'm upset that I still can't manage to get an entry pass. If I'm Kamilla Cardoso, I'm upset that I still need to deal with this type of amateurism in the WNBA. The Angel Reese shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss experiment. Okay, this is where Kamilla Cardoso, look, pass it out. Look at Kamilla Cardoso on the bottom of your screen here. Pass it out, kick it out. Let me shoot a midi. How many attempts do we need at the same shot? Over and over and over and over again.
Cardoso's reaction in the third quarter was especially telling after Ree missed her third straight shot. You could see her shoulders drop as she shifted her position on the bench. She went from sitting with the team to creating noticeable space between herself and everyone else. For a player known around the league for her professionalism, this kind of public frustration speaks volumes about how bad things have become in Chicago.
Reports came out that Kamilla Cardoso was sold on the Tyler Marsh signing. Rumor came out that Kamilla Cardoso wasn't excited, wasn't too pleased with how Teresa Weatherspoon was using her last year. So when she heard Tyler Marsh, when she got a sniff of Tyler Marsh possibly coming on board, they talked, laid out the game plan. Kamilla Cardoso was bought in. Kamilla Cardoso was drinking the Kool-Aid, eating what Tyler Marsh was feeding her. But again, sold a fake bill of goods.
And what makes this even more significant is that Cardoso rarely shows emotion like this during games. She's known for staying composed no matter what's happening on the court. So when a player like that can't hide her disappointment on live television, you know things have reached a breaking point. The fact that fans could clearly see her frustration says it all. Meanwhile, veteran point guard Courtney Vanderloot didn't hold back after the game either. She admitted, "A lot of them are just dumb plays. We haven't found a groove yet. We have to work on our chemistry," while also pointing out spacing issues and how they still haven't figured out proper positioning.
Worst part about this Kamilla Cardoso last night is you seeing her visibly giving up on her team here. Look at this. Look at this. Kamilla Cardoso literally walking towards the New York Liberty bench. Walking towards the New York Liberty bench. Like, hey, Brianna, Sabrina, scoot over a little bit. Let me take a seat. Hey, Sandy, is there any room on the bench for me? Can you guys use an extra player? Can I switch jerseys and see how I fit on this team?
Those aren't the words of a team that believes in itself. When your veteran leader is calling out dumb plays and admitting the team can't figure out basic positioning, it shows a locker room where frustration is boiling over. The lack of cohesion is turning into a toxic environment where players are getting in each other's way instead of working together. Good teams rally around struggling teammates, but the Sky are doing the opposite. Their body language shows a team already losing faith in each other just 2 games into the season. And when that frustration is visible on live TV, the problems go far beyond missed shots. Meanwhile, another team in the league is showing exactly how things should be done.
The Bravado don't need skilled players throughout their roster. They have Angel Reese. According to the media, Angel Reese is the equivalent of Caitlin Clark. Prepare yourself to be mesmerized at the elite athleticism of Angel Reese.
While the Sky are falling apart in front of everyone, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are showing what real team chemistry looks like. After losing to the Atlanta Dream earlier in the week, the Fever didn't fall apart. They bounced back and dominated in the rematch. This wasn't just a win. It was a clear statement about what happens when players support each other instead of pulling away.
Proud of our fight, the toughness that we showed, our ability to stay together. Our bench was really engaged in every timeout and in every huddle. We were all engaged.
The Fever's response to that loss tells you everything about their chemistry. Instead of blaming each other, they used it as motivation to improve. You could see players like Lexi Hull, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell rallying around Clark throughout the game. When Clark faced pressure, her teammates stepped up, creating space and helping her find better opportunities to score.
Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull are the real deal. That's what it does look like. It looks like these two off the bench, you can name whoever you want. These two ladies off the bench are going to be the most impactful duo in the WNBA, hands down. Hands down, these two are going to be the most impactful duo in the WNBA off the bench. They bring the energy, they bring the heat, they're able to score, they play defense.
Now look at the difference in performance between these two stars. Even on an off night, Clark still put up 11 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Compare that to Reese's 0, 4, 8 performance where she couldn't get anything to fall. But Clark's impact goes beyond stats. She kept the offense flowing and created chances for everyone. Indiana's system works because players understand their roles. Chicago's offense looks crowded and confused, with players getting in each other's way. And when Vanderloot admits they can't figure out spacing, it's clear the system is broken.
Turning your back to your team, walking away from the active plays going on, walking away from the actual basketball action. Yeah, Kamilla Cardoso is not a happy camper over there in Chicago, and I don't blame her. Again, this is another year of the same nonsense.
Social media couldn't stop talking about Clark's bounce-back performance, with even major fan accounts praising her leadership. The excitement around Indiana is growing with every game, creating momentum that builds confidence and chemistry. Meanwhile, Chicago fans are already calling for changes just 2 games in. The contrast is obvious. Indiana looks like a team building something special, while Chicago looks like a team falling apart. One is developing championship-level chemistry, while the other is collapsing under pressure. And right now, it's clear which direction things are heading.
What a win for the Indiana Fever against the Atlanta Dream. Good teams win ugly. And that was what was most impressive to me about the Fever's performance against the Dream.
At some point, reality hits, and this might be that moment. When your own teammates can't stand watching you play, it forces a hard truth. Kamilla Cardoso's reaction said everything without words. You can't miss 8 straight shots and expect your team to keep believing in you. The Fever are building something strong, while the Sky are breaking from within. Clark has her teammates rallying around her, while Ree is watching hers pull away. If things don't change fast, 2026 will tell 2 very different stories. Let us know in the comments if the Sky should trade Reese, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Click the video on your screen. We'll see you there.